What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk, Daniel Dubois, Anthony Joshua. Get this. Oleksandr Usyk was asked to compare Joshua to Dubois, and this is what he said. He said, "You cannot compare those two guys," Usyk told TNT Sports. "These are completely different levels of athletes. The only thing that is in common is that they both are boxers." Okay. Those are the words of Oleksandr Usyk. And let me counterpunch. I've been telling people that for a long time. Okay. Now, rather or not, Oleksandr Usyk is saying that Joshua is better, we don't know. That's uncertain. Let's just say different. I think styles make fights. They have two different styles. The only thing they have in common, they're both big, they're both tall, and they're both some hard hitters. But I think Joshua's style is different all the way around. And I'm glad that Oleksandr Usyk has the boxing mind and IQ to differentiate the difference between the two. Because a lot of people are saying, Daniel Dubois is like Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is like Dubois. Dubois is Anthony Joshua 2.0, things like that. But they are very different. Very. And I look at Dubois as a guy, he's younger. He's a lot younger. He's bigger. He's very powerful. Okay. He's not as fluid. Okay. He's not as flexible. He's not as quick as Joshua. But he may punch as hard as Joshua. In fact, he was the one in sparring that's supposed to knock out Joshua. So you can't forget that. But Oleksandr Usyk, I think, is preparing himself to whatever and whoever comes. Today, I will do the breakdown between the two and the fight prediction. So stay tuned for that. But as far as Oleksandr Usyk goes, I think he knows that these guys fight nothing alike. And I'm glad that he set the record straight. Like, okay, well, the only thing they have in common are they're two boxers. But to play devil's advocate, who would be the most risk for Oleksandr Usyk? At this point, I would have to say Dubois. Why? Because we haven't seen him fight yet. And for two, we've seen Joshua and Usyk for 24 rounds in two fights, okay? So we've seen what Joshua has to offer as far as what he's able and willing to do with Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois, based on his game plan, based on his desire, based on his mentality that he says that he will have. It's more of a potential because he knows that I'm not going to try and box. I'm not going to go in there and try to outthink. I'm going to go in there for a knockout. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. So it's very interesting to hear Daniel Dubois say that. So I'm quite excited of what he will do because he's